Alright, so in this video we're going to be making this dice. Well, this is going to be a series of videos. I have made one full video where I go through the full creation of this and go through it step by step, but it's quite quick. So if you've used Inventor before and you just want to get back in the swing of it and you just want to follow it along with this, or if that's how you learn by watching a video and just following along with it, then that's fine. But these videos I'm going to be making is going to be 4 or 5 videos where I'm going through each step by step as if you've never used Inventor before. So when you open up Inventor, you'll get a window like this. Sometimes you'll get a tutorial window where it's saying start learning and something else, but I can't quite remember. But just ignore all that. You can even cross this wee cross off and that will close the tab. So if I cross this off as well, you'll just have a screen like this, and that's fine. So up the top left hand corner, just link in any program like Microsoft Word. You've got things like File, you've got a few different toolbars that are all going to be up the top. We're going to start a new file. We're going to go to metric and we're going to go to standardmm.ipt. Yours might open up where it's at templates, and look, there's standard.ipt there, but if I was to choose that one's in inches. So we use the metric system, so we want to go metric standardmm.ipt. I got this wee window coming up. You might get a window coming up. For the most part in Inventor, just click OK. It will normally work out just fine. So along here is my toolbars. So I've got my 3D model toolbar, sketch, annotate, and a few different things. Generally, you don't need to spend time flicking through these. Inventor will flip you through them, so when you go from a 2D sketch to a 3D sketch, you don't generally flick between them, but it's good to know that if it doesn't flip between them, that you can do so up here. So I'm going to start a 2D sketch. I'm going to click on a work plane, and this brings up sort of a 2D window where I can draw different 2D shapes. And if I was to move the camera back around, you can see that it's on this work plane. So in Inventor, everything that you make is drawn onto a 2D surface and then made 3D with the 3D tools. So it's really quite simple. What I'd done there, so I'd drawn a rectangle and then I got rid of it. I got rid of it by going Control and then Z, and that just that just is the same as the undo button up here. So I'm going to go to my rectangle tool, but I'm going to go to my 2-point center rectangle tool. And the 2-point center rectangle tool means that I draw rectangles like this, so it comes out from the center. Now this is good so that I'm right on this axis, so I'm right on the origin, and this comes in handy in more complex projects. You don't have to do it for this, but it's a good habit to get into drawing everything around your center axis. What I'm going to do next is go to my dimension tool. I'm going to click that, and then I'm going to click on a line, and then click on a line again. Then what I'm going to do is set this to 50. So it's made my square a lot larger, and now I can't quite see it. Now there's 2 ways you can move the camera around. I've already moved the camera around with this before, but if I just want to see everything, I can just click top, or I can use my scroll wheel and it will zoom in where my cursor is pointing. It's a good habit to just click this so you're not moving around the page like this all the time and you don't get lost. It's a good practice to get into. Then I'm going to do my dimension again, just click the line, click again, and if for some reason you click the tick, then you can double click it and it will open it back up again, and just 50 and enter. So this is my rectangle, this is all I want to do to it, so I'm finished this sketch, so I'm going to finish sketch and I will move my camera around. If it doesn't move the camera around, you can do that yourself. Sometimes you just have to move it around a wee bit more to get the view you want. Now it's moving it into the 3D modeling tab. So I'm going to use the Extrude Tool. Now this is the one you're going to be using for the most part. It just makes your shape 3D and you can type in a size. So I'm going to type in the size 50 and hit OK. Remove my screen. So this is our basic shape for the cube, for our dice, and now we want to put all our circles onto it. So I'm going to click Start 2D Sketch, click my top face, then I'm going to click the Circle tool. I'm going to click right in the center and draw out this circle. Now as you can see, there's numbers coming up. So I could just click and draw the circle, and then I could dimension it just like we've done before. But what I like to do is click my circle, click in the center, and then type in how big I want it, and then hit enter. Do that again quickly. Circle, put it where I want it, and then type in 10. Okay, so I was quite lucky here. I select a face where it's got this crosshair. So you might get a face that has the crosshair up the top right hand corner. So when I go to draw my circle, I'm not getting any guidance to where to put it. One way you can get that guidance is to find the top point or the center point where it goes green. So if you just drag your cursor along, you'll find the green dot, and then when you bring it down, it will bring a dotted line down, and then another dotted line along. Click the circle. I didn't do the dimensioning trick there, but I'll just do dimension it to 10, then that's me got in the center. But if that doesn't work, sometimes you can't find the green dot. If you draw in your circle, this time I'm going to dimension it with the edge to this center point, and this gets a dimension in between two sizes. So I'll do that again. I'm going to click my dimension tool, I'm going to click my line, I'm going to click my center, and I'm going to bring it off to the side and make this 25. Click, 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 25. Finish sketch, and I'm just going to extrude this, and this time my extrude is going to go in the way. So I don't want it coming out like this, I want it cut, and I don't want it going all the way through, so I'm just going to type in 1 just so it cuts in just a little bit, and hit OK. Alright, so in this video we went over the basics of Autodesk Inventor. One thing I did forget to say is about the tools to move around the camera that I was doing quite a lot. So you can zoom in and out like we spoke about, but another thing that I like to do is clicking in the center scroll wheel and just moving left and right and up and down. This will pan the camera. Clicking and dragging on this will move the camera around. Or there's a tool in here that will move it around. And if for some reason you want to move the camera and you want to let go of your mouse, you can hold shift and you can click and it will spin it round for you, and it will move around the object without you having to do anything. Okay, so I hope this video helped. In the next video we'll go over sides 2 and 3, and then after that we'll go over some of the more complex tools. Okay, thanks for watching.